What better way to enjoy the seasons changing than to have a nice book next to you? And I always love it when Aja Michael-Keller comes in from the Allen County Public Library to share with me the newest books, the hottest books, the trending books, and so much more happening with the library. So today, Aja is here. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thanks for having me. So happy to be here.
Yes. Okay. So you brought us a brand new selection. So many good ones. So where should we start?
Oh, where to start? So I'm so excited to be here. Of course, I have brought tons and tons of books. Well, let's start with a love letter to the library. So this one is what you are looking for is in the library. And of course, we think that at the Allen County Public Library. This is by Michiko Ayomo. And this is a fiction story. It is about different readers who have different needs. They're sort of exploring, kind of lost, and they go to this special librarian who knows just the right book recommendation to make for them.
Yeah.
And I think that's sort of the magic of libraries, is you have these experts who they read, they engage, they explore, they investigate, and they know these books and they know how to help direct you to something that is you're just gonna love.
Yeah.
So go in, talk with your local librarian. We just finished National Library Week.
Yeah.
Go in, say hi to them, and get a book recommendation. And this is all about that magic that happens.
I love that. That's so true, because it's like librarians aren't just like filing the books away to know where they're located. They know the magic that's within them and how to make that recommendation, like you said, because they do a lot of reading. They do a lot of reading.
They do. We have millions of items, and somehow they know just the right thing to recommend to you. It's a beautiful, magical thing.
Awesome.
I brought some local authors. This one is by local author Jamie Ward, 100 Things to Do in Indiana Before You Die.
Oh.
So, you know, it's getting warm. We're thinking about little day trips, road trips.
Yes.
Well, why do you need to leave Indiana? You can just check these things off your bucket list here. Different places to go all throughout the state. Points of interest, interesting things in small towns and big cities that you can just do right here in Indiana.
I love it. Okay, let's see a couple of them. Okay, taste the original tenderloin. Okay, so I learned about the big tenderloins here in Indiana when I moved here, and it's like there's a massive size meat on that sandwich. I'm like, there's so much meat to the sandwich, but that's the point. Have
That's
you
the
had
whole
one
thing.
of those?
Yes.
Jumbo
Oh,
ones?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a lifelong Hoosier, of course.
Well,
I've had a
look,
tenderloin.
you can check that off the list, and so can I, surprisingly. Okay, watch a classic film at the Historic Art Craft Theater, or we also have the drive-in movie theater, which is great.
We have a few here in our region. Yep.
Yes, that's awesome. Okay, float down a river. Have you kayaked?
No, I have not.
Add that
I
to
should
your
do
list. Interact with pigs. Okay, that's an interesting one. Okay, one more. Reflect, relax, or pray at St. Mary of the Woods.
Yeah, I was just up in South Bend at the Notre Dame Blue and Gold game. Go Irish.
I love it.
And took my kids up there for the weekend, so it was a wonderful weekend.
Okay, what else do we
Another
have?
local author, this one is from just across the border. He's from Ottawa, Ohio, and he has written his book. He hiked the, see if I get it right, the Triple Crown of Hikes. It is a series of trail hikes, which are very difficult to do. And there are more people who have walked on the moon than have been able to complete these trails all together in 1 year.
Wow.
And it's called This Is Gonna Hurt. He's from over in Ohio, and it's his story of how he did those trails despite how difficult they were, and the lessons learned, the enlightenment that comes with putting your body and your soul through that type of rigor.
I'm sure that has to hurt. I mean, live to tell about it. And I love that this is actually him on the cover, because I compared it to his bio picture on the back. That looks like that's actually him falling out.
That would be
on the
me
rocks.
after about a mile trail hike. But
Love it.
Speaking of local, I wanted to talk about this right here. This is a board game. This is Pax Pamir, and that is from a couple, they're brothers, and they grew up here in Fort Wayne. They don't live locally, but they still live in the region. And they have a game company called Whirligig Games, and they grew up in the Georgetown Library, Georgetown branch of our library. And all of their books are based on historical scenarios, and they do all of their research for those for those games in public libraries.
Oh.
And so it's very full circle.
That
That
is.
they grew up in our library system, and now we have their games in our library collection.
I love that.
Love it.
I love it. Okay.
Thought I would talk, Easter's coming up.
Easter is this weekend, yes.
So this book is called Crack Goes the Cascarón, and this is by Sarah Andrea Fajardo. And this is about kind of a little bit of a cheeky kid, and he's going to play these tricks on his family with his cascarones. which are a really fun Mexican tradition around Easter. And so I brought some in.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody's ever seen these.
Okay, no. What are they?
They are an empty eggshell that are filled with confetti, sometimes glitter, and then you hide them, you know, and you crack them. You sneak around, crack them over people, and then they get confetti all over them.
Like over their head?
It's a lot of fun, yeah.
Oh, wow. They're so beautiful.
Yeah,
so these are real eggshells?
Yep. They've been emptied out, dried, and then filled with confetti.
So this is a craft activity that you can do at home with your kids?
Yep.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so
I don't. I buy them pre-made, but you
So you go around and you go, shh, and then the confetti falls out. I love it.
It's
and that book's all about it.
It is.
Super colorful.
It even has on the back instructions for how to make your own cascarones.
Okay, cascarones.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Okay, what else do we have?
We have some new TV starting, right? And I thought I'd bring books that have been turned into TVs or movies.
Yes.
Because we know the book is always better, but sometimes the entry point is a book or a movie, and then people find a book series or an author that they love. So a lot of people may not realize that Wicked, the big musical, was based on a book and is actually part of a series. So I brought a couple of those from Gregory Maguire. He has written several books about Elphaba and the Oz world that he created.
What's the title?
This one is Out of Oz. This is the last one in the Wicked series. There's also this one, which is A Lion Among Men, and there is Son of a Witch, which we didn't have. It's been checked out.
Who knew? Wow.
But
That's
those
really
are
cool.
Those are a great series. I also brought The Handmaid's Tale, which is new series, new season just dropped.
The final one, I believe.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. Do you watch Handmaid's Tale?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
I have to get on that train. I haven't yet. You know, I love my shows, but I have not. I think I watched like the first episode, and I said, okay, this is going to be interesting, and then I have not returned. I need to return.
It is one to watch, you know. Don't binge it, you know, because it's pretty heavy, but it is definitely one to watch.
Okay, but what about Wicked? Have you seen that movie?
Of course, I've seen Wicked. Of course,
I love that movie.
I loved the books. I read the books when they first came out. And of course, loved the original Broadway show. And then, of course, when the film came out, I was very happy with how it was done.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for the next one to come.
Yes, me too.
You know, it's amazing how stories last over the years, and being adapted to the screen can give them new life, even to stories that have been around for years and years and years.
Right.
And I think that's the magic of books and why they lend themselves to different media, because when an author takes the time to write a story, put it in a book, and then it has such a long life in our culture, it just makes sense that it would be great on the screen as well. And I think that's why so much of our great films and our great television is based on, you know, is rooted in some sort of book.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I love the fact of when you read, you can make it come alive how your imagination flows, right? So as you're taking in the words, you can create just the visuals, and then you can watch the movie and see if it aligns. And so it's a really cool dual experience people can have to read and then to watch the movie or the TV show. Before I let you leave, I have to know about upcoming events.
Yes.
Y'all always have something going on.
I wanted to tell everybody about A Night at the Library.
Okay.
This is a very exciting event. It is a collaboration between our library friends group, the Allen County Public Library Friends, and the Literacy Alliance. And so we partnered on this last year, and it was a huge success, so we're doing it again. And this is where, after hours, you can come into the library, and it's a big fundraiser. Donations are split between the two entities. You get to explore and have private tours of the Genealogy Center, the brand new studio at the library. You get to check out Storyscape, which is our children's area. And you can check out our gallery, check out the stacks, which are just I swear it's got to be like city blocks of just books. And you get to meet with our staff. You get to learn about all of the amazing services of the library, and just get to kind of like hang out with your friends and check out the library after hours.
Okay,
and
the library after dark. I love it. Okay, A Night at the Library.
A Night at the Library. That's May 10th. You can go to the Literacy Alliance's website and get the information on how to get tickets.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Aja, for coming in and sharing this new spread with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And if you would like more information about the Allen County Public Library, we'll have their website listed below, and I'll see you after the break.